Hey guys, in light of finishing all of my character renders, which you can see if you check the description of the video, but there are a lot of updating, so be warned, I thought working on showing my characters off to the channel would be a good idea. So first off has been my main character and persona for a while, Chu. Look at them. They're so very scrunkly. Chu has been my main persona and character ever since I really started getting into the furry fandom back a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 I think. Jesus Christ, that thing's fucking ugly. This abominable creature is what is known as Chu's old design. Do take into account this was made by a preteen. Back then they looked like that, and the lore around them was virtually non-existent. They were some kind of genetic chimera creature, and that was about it. I basically just combined some weird combination of everything I thought was cool at the time. I'm about to discuss Chu's lore, and there are some heavy topics discussed, so if any of the following bother you, I would suggest you skip this. With that said, let's begin. Chu Vidat Atlan's Hadihadak Taishevok III was born to a mother who had recently suffered the death of Chu's older brother Grimm's father. Grimm share a father, but I'm looking at the script right now and I can't really think of a better way to explain what I mean. What I mean is that Grimm, who is older than Chu, and also the eldest brother, her father, have died. Grimm was locked in the basement because Grimm, Chu's, and Prince's mother is fucking insane. But she wasn't always like that. The former, their father's death, had sent their mother into a fit of depression and insanity, where she tried to fill that hole in her heart by abusing vices such as alcohol, drugs, and men. This, unfortunately, means Chu suffered a lot of beatings as they grew up. Around the age of 13, Chu caught the attention of one of the primordial gods in my lore, Chakros, the god of creation. Younger souls are easier for Chakros to read, and if they determine someone is worthy, then they show up. Chakros will usually try to make the child a herald of Chakros, aka the embodiment of a natural element who does things for Chakros because hearing the word of God from a giant squid thing usually causes hysteria. In any case, Chakros comes down, and the resulting energy from an artifact known as the Gem of Draconis transforms Chu into a Catmaragon. Something's different about Chu. Their soul is incredibly potent, like a 0.1%er from Transformers, and so it takes a lot more power to acquire them. The attempt to do so, cracks begin to open, unleashing all kinds of aliens and Elder Tours, and namely, 2 specific dragons. I imagine Chu as a nerdy, geeky, but friendly kid who was really into herpetology when they were younger. So naturally, as any child who had seen Peak growing up, they approached the dragons. And then, because Chakros, who had the dragons under his control, was trying to weaken Chu, one bit Chu's arm off and the other gouged her eye out. The dragons, now freed, immediately tried to comfort and console Chu. And Chu, who was now immensely weakened, had no choice but to be beamed up Scotty by Chakros into his space castle, structure known as a Stranox, where all the heralds live in and report back to after finishing missions. Chu serves as the herald of the element of darkness for 3 years, accumulating even more trauma. Goddamn, this poor child. Especially because herald on herald violence is common. Following those 3 years, Chu has had enough and escapes through the warp gate the heralds use to go to various planets and realms on their missions. In the process, they land themselves on the alien planet of the Kalian Isles, the homeworld of the Catmaragons, their own species. No way to get back, they live amongst the people for a time, until they are contacted by a 9-tailed silhouette. A 9-tailed silhouette who offers them a place and a team called Team Flameleaf. So yeah, that's Chu's story for now. I plan to do this with a few other characters, and I hope to do all of my characters, but, you know, analytics. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment below and like and subscribe if you want to see more of this type of stuff. Goodbye!